it really drives me nuts when people will always talk about the diet soda and all these ingredients that are so harmful, but no one ever talks about alcohol. Like nobody. They may make like a fucking slide about it but I've yet to see.
They're afraid to lose followers.
And I did. I lost followers. I always do. Every single time I talk about alcohol and diet soda, I will lose followers. It's fine because those people weren't ready to hear the message anyway. They're confused. But it's people are like, can't they be mutually exclusive? It's like, no. Like you're comparing fucking apples to oranges. You can't be like, so horrible for you to drink diet soda. Like it's going to kill you. No, 140,000 fucking Americans died last year because of alcohol.
How many died from diet soda, Beth?
Have you heard of anyone like making mass reports about the deaths from diet soda? No. Welcome to Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast.
Are you ready to cut the crap with your diet and exercise, get strong as fuck, and build a healthy relationship with food? Then you've come to the right place.
Let's go. If you'd like to support us in the podcast, join our Patreon where you get exclusive content, which consists of monthly workouts you can do at home or at the gym, monthly challenges that are either strength, habit, or mindset based, and access to over 100 plus low-calorie, high-protein, family-friendly meals. These are all designed by a professional chef who is certified in nutrition. These recipes are already in MyFitnessPal for easy fucking tracking. New recipes are also added each week.
We believe that fitness is for everyone, so this is our way of getting you started on your health and fitness journey at a price most everyone can afford. So what the fuck are you waiting for? We'll see you in the Patreon.
All right, Nerdle, what is going on?
What's up, Nerdle? How are ya?
I'm doing pretty well. Enjoying the fall weather out there. I'm feeling festive today in my orange sweater.
At least someone is.
Yeah. You're not feeling the fall weather, are you?
No, I'm not. I got to be honest here, you guys. I'm a summer girl. I'm born in winter, but I'm a summer girl at heart. When the starts getting darker and the leaves start falling, my mental health starts going down the shitter. And it's just, this happens every year. I did take your advice though. I did get some 5,000 IU vitamin D yesterday. I took some yesterday and today, and I kind of already feel better. Like I have more energy right now.
Yeah.
Which I haven't been.
Yeah, one of those things that it can give you pretty quick feeling better, essentially. So yeah,
so that is doing its job.
Good. That's a win right there. I've been pretty consistent with my vitamin D. I don't know for almost this entire year. I think I started taking it during the wintertime last year, I believe. So
even in the summer.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. The dietitian on my team, Kristen, she's like, Matt, I don't care. Like, just you need to be taking it. Even if you think you're getting enough sunshine, even in Ohio, going outside every day in the summertime, you still need to be taking it. So
good to know.
Yeah, totally. So that's just one thing I'll just be supplementing with. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Let's see. What's new with you, Beth? How's your week been?
Is it? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. You just launched the challenge, right?
Yeah, we're doing our 28-day Fall into Fitness challenge right now. We're in day 3. That's going well.
Awesome.
What else is going on? Some business stuff that I don't really want to talk about publicly.
Yeah, it's
just really busy. It's hard. I got to say, like being a business owner and making big decisions that are very scary is hard.
Absolutely. Yeah, it can be paralyzing.
Yeah. Today I was like, do I even want to do this anymore? I literally asked my husband, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this right now? Do I even want to do this? Do you ever go through that? Like,
it's a lot of stress. We are the boss.
Yeah.
People's livelihoods, our coaches rely on us, our clients. Like it's a lot.
Not to mention the taxes.
Yeah.
$32,000. Okay, great. Amazing. Yeah. I'm so excited to pay the government that. Thank you. Yeah. Like, what the fuck do I get out of this? Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? It's like, here you go. Here's all my hard work.
Here's all my profit for last year.
And that's
obviously not profit if it's taxes, but
that's not including state taxes. And it's just, you got to pay a lot of money out. It's very stressful, very stressful.
Yeah, for sure.
And then not to mention the other thing, the big business decisions that also cost some money. So
yeah, that's the thing with our businesses. We are always investing in our business.
Yeah.
Almost all the money I make from my business, it just goes back into the business.
Goes back out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I buy for myself?
Coaches and mentorships,
food.
and food, furthering our education, recertifying, and all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a lot, but it's all worth it. I just want to help as many people as possible. And to do that, you got to do hard things. So
you got to do those fucking hard things, those hard things that we're always telling people to do. We're not neglecting to do them either.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, my group coaching, mindful eating for weight loss. We just graduated a group last night. We had our last call with them. I was, over the last 12 weeks, seeing them go from like this chronically dieting, fad dieting, and losing 20 pounds to gain back 30, and to see them literally put an end to that cycle in just 12 weeks, and just how empowered and the confidence they have in themselves. Like, man, that right there, like you just said, it's worth it. It's all fucking worth it.
Yeah, totally.
When we see our clients, the success and the changes that they're making in our life, there's no better feeling than that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So we might complain from time to time about what it's like to be a business owner and coach, but we love it. We truly love it, especially once our clients are getting results. So
yeah,
absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Definitely. Speaking of clients getting results, my favorite client of all time, aka my son, I say client, but of course I'm not coaching him or anything. And I just want to talk about our own kids' journeys so far and how we're so adamant about modeling behaviors for our children. And now we're literally like experiencing that ourselves and living it, right? My son, like it's been amazing to watch this transformation of his own. Now he's 13 years old, and I've been taking him to the gym off and on since he was a kid, since he was a toddler. I've never made him go to the gym unless I didn't have a babysitter or something. But I've always given him the option, and sometimes he takes it. Sometimes like, no, I want to sleep in, But because I don't want to wait till 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday morning to go work out, But he's been taking it upon himself these last 3 weeks now, working out at home consistently. Every day he's calling me, what workout should I be doing today? He's already feeling more energy. He's already gaining, like his confidence is just beaming. I can just tell already. He's feeling stronger. Like just his lunges, for instance, a few weeks ago or over the summertime when we were working out together, lunges were a pain in the ass for him. Like, and lunges are tough if you're not strong enough, but they're very, very fucking important. He was not able to do lunges over the summertime without literally wobbling, falling over, getting extremely frustrated. But now just 3 weeks into strength training consistently on his own at home, he's crushing his lunges. I had him over last weekend. We went to the gym together, loaded up did a reverse squat or a reverse lunge, kettlebell. And like, my God, it's night and day. It's just amazing how quickly you can see results in your performance and strength levels there. Yeah. And not only that, but he's personally taking it upon himself to take it a step further, because he knows, he hears me talk with our content and podcast and the way I live my life, that he knows that getting enough protein is important and eating healthier is important. So he's a picky kid, right? He's 13 years old. He doesn't eat, he loves fruit. He'll eat berries and strawberries or bananas and things like that. But vegetables, not so much. Protein, not so much. He's starting to warm up to eating plant-based or animal protein and things like that. But he knows that if he wants to get stronger, because he's got performance goals, he's going to be trying out for the basketball team this year after not knowing if he was going to try out, because the other kids are a lot bigger than him now. He's not blessed with good genes. Like, I'm tall, skinny, and his mom is short and skinny. He's got genetics working against him there. So he knows like he's got to be strong to show up and play. So that's kind of why what's his motivating factor here is performance, right? So he came across something on TikTok. I don't know what it was, but he showed me the video. He's like, "Hey, Dad, can we make this? It's a smoothie." I said, "Oh, a smoothie. Yeah." So he showed me the video, and the title was like, this is one meal like something, a rock star smoothie for skinny kids with fast metabolism. And I was like, okay, whatever. It was another teenager that was posting in one of these streams he watches. So he's like, "Can we buy everything that we need to make it?" And so he needed oats, he needed peanut butter, some protein powder, strawberries, bananas, all that good stuff. So we went and loaded him up, and I bought him a blender so that he can do this at his mom's house. Didn't have a blender at his house. So where I'm going with this is he is coming to me and expressing interest in me of taking his health seriously and things like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing everything I can to make sure that he's successful. So buying him the blender, getting him the workouts, giving him some equipment at home because he's interested in it. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that he's successful with it. And
nice.
This just goes to show like what we talk about with modeling these behaviors. None of this is forced on him. He's taken this initiative on his own. He's building his own discipline. He's setting an alarm clock on his phone every day to work out. Like,
Riker, go.
I know, right? And
That's awesome.
I haven't showed him any of this stuff. He's just doing it. And
I know from like being an outsider looking in that he definitely was not like this like a few months ago.
Yeah,
like,
you just saw him in June, right?
Yeah. So it's true where you model the behavior, and then at some point they will catch on.
Yeah. But you are absolutely right. Just in a matter of those few months.
Leading by example. Thank you.
Yeah, example.
That just came to me.
Yeah. Leading by example. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing. Like, you don't have to teach your kids anything about nutrition and exercise. Just show them. Just show up for yourself, and they'll see that.
Then they'll get curious.
They'll start asking questions. Can I make a smoothie? Can I get some equipment to work out with? Right? Can I go on a walk with you? Whatever it might be. I mean, Johnny's kind of doing the same thing, right?
Yeah,
he's been working with the trainer now for a while, and I think that was something he wanted to do, right?
He still wants to do it. He loves it. Had that in jiu-jitsu. And now I notice on his own, he's making his own choices, healthier choices, I should say, with food. Which he's more always, most kids are. They want the sugar, let's be honest here. They always want to go towards that stuff.
Johnny, like the Takis and that type of junk
food. Johnny's like the trolleys and all that kind of stuff. And now, without even me saying anything, because he has dessert every night. And sometimes recently he's like, I think I'm good. I'm not really hungry. I really don't need that right now. And I'm like,
who is this?
Are you okay?
What kind of kid says no to dessert?
All right. He's like, I already had something earlier that was sweet, and I think I'm good. And I'm like,
look at that.
You're fucking catching on. This is kind of cool. All right. So I'm just going with the flow.
Yes.
And I'm like,
embracing it.
It's working, whatever I'm modeling and trying to teach. It's like, okay, he's actually catching on now. So
absolutely.
And when it comes to like dinner, he's like, okay, what's for dinner? And I'm like, it's this. He's like, well, what's the protein? And I'm like, okay, cool.
Love it. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Asking those questions, wanting to learn. He's thirsty. He's thirsty for the knowledge. Yeah. So
good stuff.
Now, I want to ask you too, Beth, this is something I'm struggling with how to talk with Riker about this. So I tell him I'm proud of him and everything, and I want to encourage him, but this is where it gets very tricky as parents, is complimenting the effort. Right. That's what I'm trying. I want to praise the effort and not necessarily the results. Right. I want him to understand that I'm proud of him no matter what. And I'm not proud of him just because he's working out and exercising. I want him to understand that I'm proud of him for the effort that he's making, and that he's doing something for himself, and like the discipline that he's creating and the consistency that he's creating. I don't want to. And I know I'm not, but this is where not diet culture, but like at this age is when kids will remember everything their parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles say to them. So it's like we need to choose our words very carefully, what we're praising them by, right? It's like in school, psychologists say, don't tell your kid that they're so smart, right? Because then that just means that they're naturally smart and they don't have to try. No, you praise their effort. You don't praise that they're smart. You praise that I see you working so hard and I'm so proud of you for that. So I guess the message here that I want our listeners to hear is, it's okay to praise your children, but how you do it matters. And we don't want to give them the impression that we're only proud of them or only worthy because they're changing their body or getting good grades. Right. So,
yeah, I praise my son's consistency.
Yes.
That's what I'm like, because sometimes he'll be like, I'm really tired. What happened? Oh, he had a sleepover on Friday. And I'm like, remember, you have strength training tomorrow. Right. Of course. He woke up in the morning and he was like, oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, well,
I have strength training. He's like, but you know what, Mom? I made a promise to myself, and I'm going to go. And I was like,
Jesus, Johnny.
Okay. Well, yeah, wow. I was like, okay. And I was like, you know what? I am so proud of you for being so consistent. I go, consistency is what gets you results, and you have been consistently going and doing these things. I go, you've had a few times where you didn't go. I go, but that's okay because you went the next time. And that's what matters, is that you keep going, even when it's hard. And of course, some days are going to be like, if you're sick, he was sick a few times, he couldn't go to jiu-jitsu. And as soon as he wasn't sick, he's like, okay, it's time to go back. Awesome. And it's hard to get back into it after being, let's say, sick or something. That's easy to be like, I just don't want to go anymore. But he loves what he's doing. And I'm glad that I think it helps that he loves what he's doing. Yep. And if he didn't, then he for sure would let me know.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Johnny's not afraid to tell you what he's feeling.
Praising the consistency.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And on that note, I actually caught myself the other night when I was texting Riker. Mm-hmm. I caught myself in coach mode and not mode. So that's like really hard for us as coaches to not want to just coach our children, right? Instead of just being a parent. So, because that smoothie that he has, it's got 60 grams of protein. I don't know why this thought even popped up to my head because I'm a coach. I said, so what are some other foods that you're eating throughout the day that have protein is what I asked him. And I was like, shit. And then I sat on that for a couple of minutes. 5 minutes passed. And I was like, you know what, Riker? I said, it doesn't matter. I said, that literally doesn't matter. I said, I'm proud of you for making the effort and showing up for yourself. Yeah.
See, it's hard. It's hard. Being a parent. Yeah. B, getting stuck in our old thought patterns and how we do things. And even for me, like with diet culture and my son and like my deep shit, right? Like with good food, bad food, which I've had to heal my relationship with food, that there have been some times that I have had to catch myself with saying, are you sure you want to eat more of that? That's a huge brownie or something. And I'm like, and then I'm like, you know what? You know when to stop eating when you're full, whatever. And it is very fucking hard. And there have been
always being questioned when growing up. Yeah, you sure? Like for me, it was the opposite. People would, I ate and I get 3 or 4 plates. So people were always commenting like, where's it all going and stuff like that. So I actually felt insecure as a child because of that, you know? Yeah.
It's like, we got to catch our own self. And I'm like, why would you even say something like that? That's so fucking dumb. Like, it's like stuff I teach not to do. Right. Yeah. And but it's so deep ingrained sometimes.
Yes.
That
when you were raised in that environment, you might know better, but you might still catch yourself slipping from time to time. Yeah. It is a constant war with trying to keep diet culture out of your fucking head. It really is. Yeah. And you're 50 years old. I know you were around this stuff growing up when you were a child, right? And the reality is it takes, if you're in this environment for 20, 30, 40 years, it's not just because you're a coach doesn't mean you're not going to slip up from time to time either,
right.
You know, especially when you're in fair mode.
I've been surrounded by diet culture way longer than I have been a coach.
Right.
So living in LA, working in bars and being around people that have consistently starved themselves over and over again, and me up until my late 30s. So it's still there. It's controlled now, but it's still at the back of my mind, and I fight it too, like everyone else does. Just like stopping eating before you become massively full. That is also a craft that you have to.
It is.
I am consistently talking to myself still. Like, okay, are you really like hungry? Even if I'm like want a snack and I'm like, are you even hungry? Like I'm saying the same shit I tell people to do, because this is the stuff that keeps you I hate the fucking word, but on track or not in a surplus.
Maintaining
it's easy to go.
The balance.
It's easy to go grab that bag of chips and be like, you know what? I'm just feeling like chipping out today. But you gotta sit there and give yourself the pause. Do you really need? No. And I'm like, do you really need those chips, Beth? I'm sitting there talking to myself. No, you don't. Okay, good. Put them back. Yeah. It's constant. So I want people to know also that this is something that we work on consistently. It's not like it just dies. It does go away in the back of your mind, but you still have it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what you were saying at the beginning there, I wanted to touch on that too, because having trouble with identifying that feeling of full, right? And satisfied. Many people, and I know this from experience working with so many women, is they only know two opposite ends of hunger. They know extreme hunger and they know extreme fullness. They don't know anything in between. They don't know what satisfying meals are. They don't know what it's like to feel satisfied. They don't know what it's like to feel slightly hungry. They don't know what it's like to feel slightly full. They don't, because they're not aware of their hunger cues, and they've been dieting for so long, because that's what dieting does. It's those extremes. You're either starving or you're full. Like there's no in between.
Yeah. And that's where mindfulness comes in, where you have to actually sit there and actually pay attention to how you're feeling, because a lot of us are on autopilot and just want to just eat super fast. We're watching TV. We're not paying attention. It's like, you got to slow your roll. You got to pay attention, put the fork down, and then you listen to your body. A lot of us just don't listen to our fucking body cues. So that's one thing. Start listening to your body and slow things down a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to end up talking about mindful eating on this episode or something.
I know.
You're right. I mean, breaking autopilot, that power of the pause, that pause helps to break that autopilot, right? Mm-hmm. And that's literally the first thing we teach in week 1 of our group coaching program is the power of the pause and breaking or becoming aware of your autopilot, really, first and foremost. Because autopilot, you don't know you're doing it. You don't realize you're doing it. So we have to break that autopilot. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. I fucking love mindful eating. It's incredible. I mean, for just not only just repairing your relationship with food, because it's great for that, for emotional eating, stress eating, and managing your triggers and losing control around food, but maintenance, guys. Like, this is where you should be spending your time, is in maintenance, and you're going to do that by becoming a mindful eater. Yeah. You're not going to be tracking your food all the time. You need to learn how to eat outside of your tools that you have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
And mindful eating is a tool, but the thing is about that tool is you've got everything on your body inside of you that you need. So you don't need to be worrying at a restaurant about tracking calories or macros or anything like that. You can just eat mindfully. Go anybody, any place, anytime, any race, any sex, doesn't matter. You can fucking do it.
Should we answer some questions that we asked in our Cut the Crap Facebook page?
We absolutely should, because we were like, what the hell do you guys want to hear us talk about? So really quickly, guys, if you're listening and you're like, what Facebook group are you talking about? We started a Facebook group back in August that's exclusive for our Patreon members. So when you become a Patreon member, you will be allowed in the exclusive Facebook group for just Patreon members. And you'll always be welcome in the group, even if you stop being a patron. So that's one of those cool benefits of that, is we just check in with people there. And now we're going to be answering questions from the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the first one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Tamara. Hi, I know I'm not alone with this question. How do you recommend shorter, smaller people successfully go into a calorie deficit when they have less than 20 pounds to lose and their maintenance is already low because of their body size? You both talk about how 1,000 to 1,200 calories is too low for a deficit, but that may be the deficit for some of us. It's mine. Some of us, like myself, who are active, are very hungry in this low calorie amount and can't maintain this day after day. So we end up eating in maintenance or above. Help. Okay, so I'm going to say a few things, and then Matt, you can add to this. So first off, yes, because you're smaller, you will have to eat less.
Did she say how tall she was?
No, I wish I did have a
should have asked her
a height.
A clarifying question. Exactly how short are you? Because what I'm imagining is like 4'9". Because that sound, in my experience,
are you the size of my son? This is what I want to know.
Yeah. I mean, and if so, okay.
Yeah, there are instances. And I think what people miss on our content when we say this is this, a lot of people that think 1,200 calories is the everyone's calorie deficit number, because that's what MyFitnessPal gives people, or Lose It, or a lot of just calorie tracking apps. It's not a universal calorie deficit number, but a lot of people think it is. So, but if you're smaller, you do require less energy. But here's the thing. You don't have to take 500 calories off your maintenance, first of all. So a lot of people go to that route. No, take 200 off. Okay. 250. It doesn't have
slower, but oh my God.
It could be 100 calories below. That just means it's going to be more of a slow and sustainable fat loss, which we like anyway. Yes. So don't take 500 calories off for maintenance. That's going to help. Increase your NEAT and strength train, up your protein, and take a look at why you think that you need to lose X amount of weight when maybe you just need some body recomp. So there's that too. Like, do you need to lose 20 pounds, 10 pounds? What is it? Like,
what is losing that 10 to 20 pounds going to do for you?
Is it worth eating that little, because you don't require that much energy? If you had, 20, 30 pounds to lose, then I don't really even see you need to go that low either. Let's say you wanted to be 120 pounds. What's 120 times 12? This would be like Jordan Syatt's calorie deficit to figure it out, right? Like you could do 120.
1440.
Okay. 120 pounds, 1,440 calories. That's not 1,000 to 1,200 calories. That's for 120 pounds.
Yeah,
how
there,
tall are you to have to eat 1,000 to 1,200 calories is what I think.
It sounds like she's being unrealistic with her goal then.
Possibly. Even if you wanted to get to 100 or... What am I saying? 100 pounds? That's fucking crazy to me.
Well, then in that case, hell no, you have no business. She didn't give us any more information in terms of...
Even if you wanted to be 100 pounds, that's 1,200 calories. Okay. Right. Which could be doable if you are 4'7".
And disclaimer, we're not saying do this, guys. Doing it.
You know what I'm saying?
So you have no business losing weight down to 100 pounds.
I think our point is that you may be unrealistic with how much weight you need to lose or what you think your deficit should be.
Yeah, with just you doing the times 12 multiplier that Jordan Syatt came up with, or not came up with, I think he just popularized it.
Yes.
That alone, if you're trying to get down to 120 pounds, times that by 12, your calorie deficit is already 1,400 calories. So you're already at 1,000 to 1,200 calories. That doesn't make any sense. So I agree with everything you said, Beth. Absolutely. Start there. She said she's active. She didn't say how active. Here's the thing about calories and our activity levels. And there is research to support what I'm about to say. Humans are great at overestimating our activity levels, and we're great at underestimating how many calories we're actually consuming.
Yeah.
And burning. We overestimate how many calories we're burning as a result of us overestimating our activity levels. Okay. She said she's very active. I don't know what that means. Didn't give us any context, but if you're very active, you're already going to be you're going to need a lot more than 1,200 calories. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Just off of simple math, just off of simple math. So yes.
And that would be like the goal weight times 12 would be.
Yeah, for sure.
The way to go.
For sure. So then if she's truly done 1,000 calories and that's the only way she's been able to lose weight, what that tells me is she's under-muscled. She is very under-muscled. What that means, she doesn't have the body composition to support going that low of a calorie and that low of a calorie deficit. So what you need, what she needs to be doing, if she's not already, strength training consistently, build up her muscle, and maybe stop dieting for a while. Stop trying to lose weight. Let your body be nourished. Give your body more calories, more consistently, more protein, build some muscle, give it 6 months to a year, recomp, and see where you're at. She probably doesn't need to lose the weight. It's probably a body recomp, like you said.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, because here's the thing. If you are under muscled and you lose weight, you're just going to be a smaller version of the current body composition. Okay. So if you want to get that look, that toned look, I hate saying that, but like that toned look, and you know, you're not going to do that by starving yourself. You're going to do that by fueling your body and building muscle mass onto your frame. Okay. Because if you're just cutting down to nothing, guess what? You're losing muscle mass as a result of that, because you're already under muscled. You're not fueling your body appropriately. You're not getting enough protein to tell your body to conserve your muscle. So we're making a lot of assumptions here based on the information that we were given, but all that information, you could decipher through it yourself and see which of it applies to you and go from there.
Yeah.
And if you still are having trouble with that, reach out to myself or Beth. We can talk about it on a call, see if perhaps we can help you with some one-on-one coaching or something, because that's really where the nuances are important. We can give you generalized advice for sure based on what we know, but if you really want to get down to the bottom of it, that's what working with one of us would benefit from.
Yeah. I think people don't realize the power of having a coach. And I don't want to like toot my own horn and what we do, but
that's all to it for you. You're amazing.
So are you. It's like, do you understand how much guesswork would be taken away if you had someone helping you and guiding you and holding you accountable? Yeah, you would be absolutely
guesswork. Like that is a crazy concept to me, because why would you? And let's just throw this out there, because I know this happens. We're in our DMs every day. Why would you sit here, spin your wheels on your own for 10 or 20 years when you can hire a coach for 6 months or a year, whatever it takes?
Yeah.
And take the guesswork out of the equation. And then you're free for the rest of your life. You're out of the cycle. You've congratulations. You did the damn thing.
Instead of guessing for fucking years on end, which a lot of people just do. They're like fucking freeballing it, right? And then they're like, I don't know, I'm not seeing any results, and I have to eat low calories.
From one thing to another, and
you may not even have to eat low calories. You just think you do, because maybe you're just focusing on the scale number, and because the scale's not moving, you keep thinking you have to lower your calories, and you probably don't even have to do that. There's so many things that could be going on here.
Yeah.
That a coach can actually help you with. And you'd be like, oh my God, thank you. Like now I don't have to fucking guess. I can just follow a plan and have you help me along the way.
Yeah. Wow. It's no stress.
I mean, woo. Imagine that.
And you were talking to her about going low calorie too. And with each time that you go on a severe calorie restriction diet, we said this on the podcast before, you're not, when you're talking about weight loss and you're going on a low calorie diet, guess what that weight loss is? Some of it's going to be fat for sure, but we're also going to be losing our muscles and we could be losing bone density and weakening our bones when we're doing those things. So weight loss isn't the end all be all here, is what we're saying. There's so much more to it than that. Fat loss is fat loss. If you do focus on body composition, losing body fat and building muscle mass, that's going to be the winning key right there.
Yeah. When the world feels crazy and chaotic, remember that you don't have to. You deserve to take control of your mental and physical health. Cured Nutrition is trying to make it easier for you to do just that. Formulated with their trinity of ingredients, a blend of full spectrum cannabinoids, functional mushrooms, and adaptogens, Serenity Gummies are your answer to finding the calm in every storm. Cured wants you to feel good about feeling good. They took their time formulating their Serenity Gummies. They left out the artificial flavors, sugars, and dyes and replaced them with ingredients that actually live up to their clean label, wellnessy word. I've recently started taking Serenity Gummies at night for my nighttime routine to help me get settled after a long, stressful day, and they've been really easing me into a great nighttime sleep. Right now, Cured is extending an exclusive offer to you, our listeners. You can grab a bag of Serenity Gummies for 20% off by visiting www.curednutrition.com/CTC and using the coupon code CTC at checkout. That's CURED nutrition.com/CTC and coupon code CTC at checkout to save 20%. To protect your peace and pop a gummy.
All right. So is that it for that question right there?
That's it for that one.
I'm loving how we're doing an impromptu session here, a Q&A. We haven't done a Q&A in a while, by the way.
I know.
We should do one of those up on the Instagram stories here soon. All right. So then the next question that I wanted to talk about is from Angelia. Yeah. So she said, my question is around cardio. So I have had a trainer that said walking is good, but not to do HIIT, high intensity interval training. That anything like that would affect me since I'm 59. Then I hired a lady and she wanted me to do 1 hour of cardio each day that I strength trained with my heart rate staying at 130 to 140. That's a lot. She also put me on 1,200 to 1,400 calorie diet. I totally wasted my money because I'm not doing an hour cardio with my heart rate that high. All the other folks was saying, don't do that. So what's your take? Yeah. She's been given two extreme ends of the spectrum there. One coach was telling her, HIIT's bad for you. You can't do it. And then the other coach is saying, that's all you got to do is HIIT. Like an hour? Who the fuck is this coach? First, and they have no business coaching people.
Yeah, I'm reading this going, God, there's coaches like that out there. Fuck my life, man.
Both of those coaches are wrong. Both of them are wrong. Very, very wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay. HIIT, high intensity interval training. We need to elevate our heart rate. Okay. We need to elevate our heart rate because we want to have a healthy heart. And you can do that by walking, but that's going to be low impact cardio. Mm-hmm. We need to have a mix. Low impact cardio, medium impact cardio, high impact cardio. So you can do that by walking, by riding a bicycle, by sprinting. Those would be 3 different ways to accomplish those 3 goals. You got to be doing all of those things. Now, if we look at, first and foremost, just because you're 59 years old, you guys probably already know what we're going to say. That's bullshit. Okay. You can do high intensity interval training when you're 59 years old. Their reasoning was probably something about cortisol and stress.
Oh, sorry. Let's spit on my microphone. It's like, should that be the majority of your training? No, that's a lot of stress in your body anyway, for anybody. Okay. Yes. But you should be focusing on strength training because you're 59. And as we age, we lose 3 to 8% of our muscle every single year. So that's
starting at the age of 30.
The GOAT should be the GOAT of your activity. Along with walking, right? Yep. Then if you want to throw some HIIT in there a few times a week for funsies, why not? I did yesterday because I didn't want to fit in I didn't want to. I'm not.
You were trying to be more efficient.
I was trying to be more efficient with my time. I'm fucking busy as hell. I went to the gym, walked 20 minutes on the treadmill and did a 5-minute, it's called the humane burpee. Okay. Dan John came up with it.
The humane burpee?
It is 15 kettlebell swings, 5 squats, 5 push-ups, and you go down the line in a descending ladder. Then you would do another 15 kettlebell swings,
ladder back up,
4 goblet squats, and then 4 push-ups, and you go down all the way until you get to 1 push-up and 1 squat.
Nice little circuit, complex.
It's pretty awesome. So that took me 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Okay. That's what I did. And I'm 50. Does that mean everything's going to go to hell now? And I just raised my cortisol and I'm going to gain fat. Oh my God, Beth, I can't believe you did that. No, I was maximizing my time because that's what I had. Do I do that all the time? No, but cardio is part of my life. I'm a runner. I walk, I hike.
So doing that high intensity cardio like that will only benefit you for your goals.
Exactly. So we can't overthink the activity part. We just have to make sure that we're strength training should be number 1 and walking for our total daily activity. And then sprinkle in the fun stuff. Do you like HIIT? Do it.
If you don't like HIIT, well, you don't need to do HIIT either. Like you don't need to elevate your heart rate that high.
You don't have to, right?
But we would definitely, walking at some point, we want to do more than that. So we need to elevate our heart rate at some point. Because we use walking just to get you started and start building up that routine and those healthy habits. Okay. Then you start building from there. And I very rarely assign HIIT to my clients.
Yeah.
Because most of my clients aren't at a place where they need to do HIIT. I usually...
Hard on the joints too.
It is hard on the joints, for sure. It can be, for sure. So if I do prescribe HIIT to a client, it's usually once or twice a week, 5 minutes, get in, get the hell out. And, it's like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 5 rounds as hard as you fucking possibly can. And if you can do more than that, then you weren't really actually challenging yourself with doing true HIIT.
Right. I tell you.
By nature.
After the 3 minutes and 51 seconds, I was fucking like, wow.
Yeah,
because my ass.
By nature, high intensity interval training, it's training at like 80 to 90% of your VO2 max. You cannot sustain that for a long time. So that's the opposite end of the spectrum then from that comment from Angelia, was that her other coach was saying that she had to do it
within a heart rate,
strength trained with a heart rate of 130 to 100 fucking.
Why do people I don't even pay attention to my heart rate unless I'm like running and want to make sure I'm not like
heart rate training for sure. If you're a runner, that makes sense. But general
you don't
fucking worry about it.
I mean, I'm not in the stress. Like, oh my God, I got to make sure my heart is in between the 130 and the 140s. Oh my God. That would make, if someone told me to do that, I would probably not do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not want to work out.
Unfortunately, exactly. That's just how people get really poor relationships with exercise, because they have these dumbass trainers telling them to do shit like this.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm assuming there's an assumption here. She says she's doing it every day. She's strength trained. So I'm going to assume she's doing 3 to 4 days
HIIT with strength training.
That means she's doing an hour of HIIT 3 to 4 fucking days a week. Absolutely not. And she's underfueled. She's eating the same damn trainer has around 1,200 to 1,400 fucking calories a day. In addition to an hour of intense cardio every day and strength training, she's underfueled. This is how people get down to eating 1,000 calories a day and not making fucking progress. She's destroying her body. This coach is destroying her fucking body.
Yeah.
If you're going to do an hour of cardio every day and strength train 3 or 4 days a week, you better be fueling your fucking body. Don't come at me with this 1,200 to 1,400 calorie a day bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a recipe for disaster. You talk about stressing your body, talk about inflaming your body, talking about disordered eating and disordered exercise and poor relationship and poor body image. That is the recipe right there. If you guys want that, whoever that coach was, go hire that coach. Hopefully they're still not in the industry, but we just know that coaches like that fucking thrive in this industry.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Sorry, we're just going to talk shit about coaches now. So
there's a lot of, I was just talking about this with another coach, that how many shitty fucking coaches are out there. It's depressing.
It's because any jackass can go do a 2-hour online certification over the weekend, and now they're a fucking gut health expert.
Yeah.
But guess what? Guess what it takes to be a registered dietitian? It's actually a master's degree now in the United States. Here this year or next year, I think it's transitioning to that. So 4-year degree at a minimum, plus 1,000 hours of clinical work before they can even sit to take their exam for being a registered dietitian. And they're not seen as experts a lot in this industry. But the person that did the 2-hour class at Walmart, they're the fucking expert. And that's literally all it is. It's a dollar store fucking certification.
Yeah.
Certifications don't mean anything. Beth and I are certified. They don't mean anything. It means you can pass an open book test. Congratulations. Okay. Now the real work begins, continuing your education.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Real world experience, working with clients, trying to be wrong, literally finding ways that you're wrong and challenging your own belief systems, right? That's all part of being a good coach.
Yeah.
So sorry, there's our little rant there, I guess. I don't know. I was doing a lot of ranting, but it really fucking pisses me off when we hear these things from people that are just trying to make sense of everything. And they have these awful coaches out there just telling them all this bullshit information and causing them harm. That's the most important thing, is these coaches are ruining people's bodies and their minds.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to start a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily and then distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing what you love. All in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit episodes right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Now, what's really cool is video podcasts are also now available on Spotify. And if you want to be taken seriously on social media, you need to have a video presence. And what better way to do that by connecting with people via your video episodes? With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's all totally free with no catch whatsoever. And ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters here on Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, we are easily releasing new episodes and distributing them to multiple platforms, and it's never been easier. We highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
That leads me to be like, okay, so how does someone know that they're hired a good coach or not, right?
Ooh.
Like,
Red flags.
I think this is a really important topic. Like me and Matt could be like, we're awesome coaches, which we are, but how would you believe that we are? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things to look at in a coach, in hiring a coach? Are they just focused on giving you macros and a workout routine, or are they going to help you build healthy habits? Are they going to pay attention to more than just the scale? Are they asking you questions? Are they communicating with you? How are they communicating with you? Do they ghost you? I know a lot of coaches will never talk to. They're just fucking texting, or they have like one check-in a week and it's like a fucking text or something.
That really blows my mind. Let's talk about that really quickly, because
like you need to have consistent communication, or be able to have consistent communication with your coach. Like your coach should answer you within 24 to 48 hours. Obviously, that's the time limit we give our clients. But most of the coaches will reply quicker than that. But you have to have those boundaries.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say, Matt?
Yeah. About the coaches and the check-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you can charge, I don't care what people charge, but your service better damn well back up what you're charging, right? So I know coaches that charge similar to what I charge, $400 to $500 a month or so for one-on-one coaching, right? And their level of hands-on support with their clients is almost non-existent. They get one email check-in a week, planned email check-in nonetheless, a template to follow, macros to follow, and that's it. And for what? Like for us, and this is a good opportunity maybe for us to plug our own coaching really quickly, because
why not? I
mean, we're talking about bad coaches out there. Let's talk about what we offer as coaches, right? So when you work with us one-on-one, you are getting your own head coach that you will be meeting with one-on-one over Zoom twice a month. You're getting live trainings with myself and Coach Jess every week. You are getting that open access, 24/7 access. That doesn't mean 24/7 response time. Like we said, like Beth said, 1 to 2 days of response time, but usually it's the same day. 3 to 4 check-ins throughout the week via the app. We are doing the check-ins and the accountability and supporting people along the way. Yeah. When people have a question, oh my God, we answer with a detailed question ourselves, or answering that question. Because that's the thing too. We don't just answer questions. You ask us a question, we ask you another follow-up question, because we probably know the answer as your coach. We want to get.
Here's the thing. Yes.
We're trying to lead you to the answer yourself.
Yeah. Your coach should be asking you a lot of questions.
Yeah.
That is very key. Good one, Matt. Yes.
And coaches are not cheerleaders. Okay. Coaches are not cheerleaders. We are not here to root you on when you're fucking struggling. It's okay, Sarah. Just get back on track. That's all you got to do. Worst advice ever. Like I know we say that in our content, but that's content. That's not coaching. Okay. Coaching, you better be given some specific fucking advice. Because if that client is consistently fucking up and struggling and falling off track, and it's okay. You'll get him next time. That a boy, that a girl. You're a cheerleader, and you're not helping that client whatsoever.
Yeah. When So when someone signs on with us, they have to fill out like an extensive form. Like we want to know all kinds of data. Like hopefully you're filling out data. Like they're asking about your past dieting. What if you've been dieting for fucking years? Like then you probably shouldn't be starting out in a deficit. Like there's so many things that we look at. Like, okay, maybe let's start. Like we don't just give you numbers and we're like, okay, try this. It's like, no, we want to actually ask you questions, make sure this is, you're going to start you off in the right way. Like maybe you don't need to be in a deficit right to begin with. Correct. There's video chat check-ins. We have an app. Everything is individualized. We have
our programs are pretty similar, but
I have monthly cooking classes. We actually brought on a therapist. Josh is going to be our team therapist he's doing like quarterly Q&As with our clients. That's just starting. Awesome. So we're bringing a therapist on the team. I mean, there's so much that goes into becoming a healthier person. Like it's not just the number on the scale.
Right. Like we talk about all the time, it's mindset too. So that's why we value having therapists on our team. That's why we have experts on our teams for sure.
Yeah.
Totally. I was going to say something about what you said, but it's fucking brain fart. It's my turn for
the brain fart time.
Yeah.
Are you menopausal?
I'm menopausal. I don't know. I hope not. I mean, technically, I did get snipped last year, so I can't reproduce. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. So some other red flags or things to look for in coaches, really, they're not cheerleaders, and we're not here to hold your hand either. I think that's what a lot of people want from their coaches is the constant hand holding, but we need to teach you to be independent. We don't want, if your coach is constantly holding your hand, there's going to be hand holding at the beginning. Absolutely. We're not going to bring you on. Okay. Thanks for giving us money and here, see you later. It's getting you up to speed for sure. But at some point you got to start being independent on your own. So maybe that means less check-ins with your coach, maybe 3, 4, 5 months from now, whatever it might be. So there'll be some hand-holding in the beginning for sure, but you shouldn't be that way long-term.
And remember, just because you hired a coach doesn't mean that you're suddenly going to be at your goal weight. You have to do the work. I think a lot of people sometimes will hire someone and be like, okay, they're going to do everything for me. I don't need to do anything anymore. It's like you magically think you're suddenly going to get to where you need to be because you hired a coach. No, you need to do the fucking work. We're here and checking in when things are not only good, but they're bad.
That's the most important part, right? I
think so many people will ghost a coach, and this happens way too often because they think that they're doing bad.
Sorry, I was doing bad.
Quote unquote bad that I didn't want to check in, or they'll totally ghost the coach. No, that's the most important time to talk.
That's when we're there for you most.
That's why you fucking hired us, because that's what you do to yourself on your own.
Right.
Okay. So now you have someone to help you. So if things are going to shit, that's the time to be like, hey, you know what? I'm struggling with emotional eating right now. I don't know what to do. I'm super stressed at work. Your coach will help give you strategies, help you work through the situation that you're going through. That is how you get better. You don't get better by ghosting your coach when shit's going.
It is okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. I literally just said that on my Facebook or Instagram story yesterday. Yes. Nobody ever achieved anything doing it alone.
Right.
It's okay. It is absolutely okay. We are not here to shame you or to make you feel guilty. We're here to understand and to help you. Truly, I've had clients call me from the McDonald's parking lot, freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm gonna go binge. Just talk to me. Like, absolutely. Like, let's talk through this. And it comes out like they stopped the binge right there because they were just able to get their feelings out. When we're struggling and we shut down, that's exacerbating the fucking problem. That's all it's doing. When you're shutting down and keeping these thoughts and these feelings in and repressing this shit, it's eventually going to come out, and you're not going to like what happens when it does come out.
Right. Exactly.
Because then we see the self-sabotage. When we see the month-long bender, the binging every weekend or every night, we see just self-hatred and self-loathing and all this other stuff because you're just not getting your feelings out there. And it's okay to express them. It's okay. Kind of timely that I think yesterday was World Mental Health Awareness Day, if I'm not mistaken. But
there's all these different days. I can't fucking keep up. I don't know. Fucking Brother Sunday, fucking Mental Health Day, Menopause Day. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, apparently it was Son's Day last week, and
yeah, it was. And I
saw everybody posting their sons and shit. I was like, oh,
me too. I was like,
and I looked at my memories on Facebook that day. I was like, oh, I did post something last month, but I was like, my son's not even on Facebook. I don't need to.
I don't need to.
Y'all are doing this for show. You're fucking
because everyone else is. My son isn't on Facebook. He's not going to see me be like, oh, I got my son. I tell him he's my favorite son because he's my only son every single day.
Yeah,
I don't need to post on Facebook. It's Sunday. Look at his picture from when he was born to now.
Yeah,
he's the best. Yeah, you guys don't really care, to be honest. That's
right.
Really,
it's the illusion. Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Did you see? I made a couple of stories yesterday on my Instagram. I don't know what I saw, but something like fucking. I just like anti-influencers yesterday. I was like, man, something just really rubbed me the wrong way with somebody's post I saw. I think because I posted this story of like.
Did I not see them? I don't know. Tell us.
I don't know. I just posted the story of like me. I did a boomerang and in the mirror, and I stuck.
Oh yes, those are funny.
I was like, it makes me fucking want to throw open my mouth a little bit when I see an influencer say, "Hey guys, here's my arm workout," and then they fucking show you their ass. Like, what does that have to do with the price of corn?
The turn with the ass kills me every time. Yeah. I'm like, y'all.
Yeah.
My life, man.
Sure. Well, that's another thing about coaches too. Are they only just posting like their own body? Like, what does that have to do with their ability to give you results?
That's the thing. What drives me nuts? Okay.
Coaches aren't.
Is the coaches that all they do is fucking post a picture of them in the gym in a pose?
Yeah. It's like, where are your clients at there, guy? Like, what can...
have you seen me or Matt? I mean, I do post myself in the gym, but not to the extent of like every day.
You very rarely do, and
very rarely. I feel like a fucking weirdo. I will take my own photos, but I'm like, this is just weird.
Like, how's this helping people? Is my my stupid gym selfie? How's that? So if I'm posting a gym selfie, I better have a damn good message behind it. That's my kind of rule for myself.
It's usually because I want to let women know that they can strength train in their 50s, and that's why I'll do it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, like, I don't really care to fucking post myself posing in the gym.
Although I will say, I'm going to call myself out here. I did post a selfie the other day, or a gym picture the other day, but I had a fucking awesome bicep pump that day. So,
nice. Well, there you go.
I hit some preacher curls that day. I was like, oh yeah.
I mean, I would too if I had that, but it's not a regular fucking thing.
For sure.
Well, I went postal in my stories the other day after I posted that. And we want to talk about this for a minute, if you don't mind. When Dan Buettner, or whatever the fuck his name is, I don't know, this like hocus pocus guy that was talking about diet soda. Okay, this is what drives me nuts. It really drives me nuts when people will always talk about the diet soda and all these ingredients that are so harmful, but no one ever talks about alcohol. Like nobody. They may make like a fucking slide about it, but I've yet to see.
They're afraid to lose followers.
And I lost followers. I always do. Every single time I talk about alcohol and diet soda, I will lose followers. It's fine because those people weren't ready to hear the message anyway. They're confused. But it's people are like, can't they be mutually exclusive? It's like, no. Like you're comparing fucking apples to oranges. You can't be like, so horrible for you to drink diet soda. Like it's going to kill you. No, 140,000 fucking Americans died last year because of alcohol.
How many died from diet soda, Beth?
Have you heard of anyone like making mass reports about the deaths from diet soda? No.
But the rats that they gave 100 times the lethal dose. What about those ones?
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And it makes me so fucking angry. That's what makes me angry. It's the hypocrisy around it and the people that will sit there and drink and then give you shit for drinking diet soda. That happens I get so many DMs of people like, oh my God, when I'm out, I'm not a drinker, but someone will come up to me like, I can't believe you're drinking that right now. Right. Yet they're drinking alcohol. And also what I found out, which is really eye-opening, is that a lot of people really don't know that alcohol is a toxin or a poison.
Because people think a glass a day is healthy a glass of wine a day is fucking healthy.
So I'm like, oh, that's really eye-opening. I pretty much thought that everyone would know that, but I guess they don't.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that just reminded me. So I was talking earlier about our mindful eating program that just graduated. One of the clients, I'm going to share this really fun win because it's connected to the alcohol. The biggest surprise for her going through the mindful eating program is how it's made her more mindful in every aspect of life, which is also including her alcoholic consumption. She's like, I'm actually now sober curious, and I'm actually questioning my own relationship with alcohol and that's not even why she set out to she just wanted to repair her relationship with food. But then she realized that the reasons why she's turning to food are the same reasons why she's turning to alcohol.
Oh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I recommend, a lot of people ask me about how to get sober curious. So This Naked Mind by Annie Grace, I recommend to anybody that is curious in learning about alcohol and just your relationship with alcohol. This Naked Mind, Annie Grace. Start there. Just start there. Like Esther, that's what she was talking to us about that. She read that book and she's like, doesn't want to drink anymore. And it's not because she had a problem. She rarely drank, but it made her wonder why she even did in the first place.
Yeah, guys. So I'm sober curious too, so I can speak from experience. And I haven't read that book yet, but I did read the book Sober Curious by Ruby
Warrington.
Great book. So there's another book for you guys to read. But Sober Curious doesn't mean never having a drop of alcohol again. It literally just means being honest with yourself about your alcohol consumption and the role that it plays in your life and the impact it has on you. That's all we're really asking you guys to do. That's all we're asking you to do. And if you determine that alcohol doesn't serve you anymore, then you don't need to partake in it.
Yeah.
That's really it.
I will never shame someone for drinking. I will never make fun of someone for drinking. I will never go up to you and ask you, I can't believe you're doing that. There would be no way. In fact, if you never met me and we were at a party and I was drinking a Diet Coke and you were drinking alcohol, you would never know that I was a recovering alcoholic unless you asked me. Because I wouldn't tell you.
I've been around you a lot and I've never once picked up on that from you.
I would never tell you because that's not something that I need to talk about. Like, why does anyone need to know that? Like, I'm not going to go around, oh, my name is Beth and I'm a recovering alcoholic. Why are you drinking that? Like, fuck that. No way. Right. That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
But you would never know. And I would never tell you or shame you for what you were doing. I would have fun with you. I would talk to you unless you got totally hammered. You started getting annoying. Then I would probably walk away and that's it. But I think that's what they think that you're telling people not to drink and you're shaming them. It's like, no, I'm raising awareness to an issue that no one talks about. That's what I'm doing.
I'm saying, hey, if you value being healthy, then you should probably look at how much alcohol you're drinking.
I'm a health coach. I'm helping people with their health and wellness, and alcohol doesn't fit in that equation. Like
I want to talk on that really quickly. People see us as health and wellness coaches, and they still just think we only talk about fat loss.
Right.
Health and wellness isn't just weight loss and fat loss.
No, exactly. It's your mind.
That's why we're looking at everything.
The health of the mind.
Weight loss to me is one of the least important things. That
it's a byproduct of working on everything else.
Exactly. If you get these health promoting behaviors down, value your health, value yourself. I can't guarantee that you'll lose weight, but there's a damn good chance that you will.
Right.
As a result of that.
Exactly.
And that's really, the approach to weight loss is just all wrong, right? That's the problem here. Our approach to weight loss. Yeah. Holy shit, we are coming up on an hour. Do we want to keep going or are we good? Because I think we should probably just maybe do another one soon.
I think we should cut it.
We'll cut it. It's been an hour. We both have, I got to do some things and you've got some things to do anyway. But
that was a fun conversation.
It was a very good
how we just fucking roll with it.
Yeah. I miss this. I love doing this. I love this. Guys,
we love doing the one-on-ones, you guys. We
love doing the one-on-ones and they're invigorating for us. So we also want to know from you guys, give us feedback on these, okay? Because we want to make sure that y'all love them too. We love doing the guests. We absolutely do. And we're going to continue having guests on the show. But we want to get back to kind of our roots, which started as kind of just us just bullshitting with each other, honestly. So speaking of guests, we're having Zach Cohen on tomorrow. Yeah, which we're excited about. With him tomorrow, he's coming on for a second time. We're going to talk about meal prepping. We're super excited to chat with him. The CEO of Affordable Meal Prep. So that episode will be coming out the 20th of October then. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Oh, one other thing before we do go, Cut the Crap meet and greet, Hocking Hills in Ohio, October 28th. And we've already got 11 people that have signed up. So thank y'all for RSVPing. The link to that will be in the show notes, or send Beth or myself a message and we'll get that sent over to you. Yeah. Let's fucking do it. All right. All right. See ya. Bye. Hope you enjoyed this episode. So why not share with a friend who needs to hear it? Send us a DM on Instagram or email us at cutthecrappod@gmail.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/cutthecrappodcast. As always, we appreciate you and thanks for being here.